Hey guys, we're at CP Johnson's. This is CP, Chris Johnson.
How you doing?
And this is, what location are we in?
Elkwood, Virginia, which is between Culpeper and Warrenton, right on US 15.
Okay. Now I can tell you this much now, just going through here. This man has got some of the nicest stuff I've seen, and pretty good amount of it. But we're going to be working on a pie safe. The problem with the pie safe is we've got four corner posts that we're going to get out of 8/4. Then we've got doors that will be long and spindly. And my experience tells me that when you get the long spindly doors, they don't like to lay flat, they want to move around, whatever. And we're going to be doing this one out of red oak. And red oak is notorious for that in itself.
Mm-hmm.
What's the wood we want to use?
Well, you know, a lot of people when they do a long narrow door go to 5/4. But given that these don't have solid panels, kind of keeping it straight, and you want to use 4, we definitely want to use rift or quartered material.
What's the difference?
Well, I'll show you, and I don't know if the camera can catch this, but it's the way that the lumber is sawed, where the growth rings are oriented straight up and down rather than going across the board in a normal flat sawn board.
In a cathedral grade.
Right.
Right.
Now on rift, they're typically going at like a 45-degree angle. You get the stability and the straight grain, but you don't get the medullary ray, which is the little ribbon that everybody likes so much in white oak. So rift will give you the stability without the rays, which some people don't want the rays.
We don't want the rays.
So
we want to do a nice, clean red oak pie safe.
Yep. So you want a rift on board. And that will be much more stable. I've been to veneer mills and seen where they have thrown the cores from the veneer out. They call them backer boards. Laying in the sun, getting rained on, laying as straight in oak, just laying as flat and straight as can be, and it's because they're quarter sawn. It's just incredibly more stable.
Gotcha. And I see you got some quarter sawn poplar.
Yeah, this was interesting. This lumber was left over from a siding job where they were doing a restoration of John Marshall, the Chief Justice's boyhood home up here in Fauquier County in Markham. And they wanted all straight-grained green heart poplar because that was typical in the 18th century. They had giant virgin poplars, and there's a lot of siding like that. This was some that was left over, and it's wonderful material for backs, drawer bottoms, drawer sides. It has a nice look, which is typical of the Mid-Atlantic period piece, and it hand planes really nice.
Right.
You want it to fit your drawers.
Right.
And so we cut this a little. This was thin because it was the siding order, but it's also excellent because you know you have to go to 5/4 really to be able to resaw,
right.
And this way you're not wasting the wood.
Right. And we're going to take that off the hands because we got a bunch of drawers to do in our regular show that we're going to be doing in a slant front desk. Now, if we can swing around here a little bit. You know, you got some really good looking curly maple. I mean, curly maple everywhere. If you can zoom in over here, you can just see the sides of it. Some gorgeous figure.
Well, I've been in the lumber business most of my adult life, and for 15 years now, I've specialized in curly, and up till just a few years ago, I wholesaled curly, and that's about all I did. Tens of thousands of feet a year. So a lot of the big users in New England and people that resold it, some of the lumber companies. And so I try to keep it, I rack it up, separated by width and length, so that if you need certain boards for your project, you can go right to them. And I've got extra wide stuff, and I have match sets where we have lumber from the same log. Anything from 3 or 4 boards up to maybe 200 board feet of the same.
Now, guys wanting to come in here, what are your hours?
Well, right now we're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 8:30 to 4:30, because I'm still on the road a lot, and it's just me at this point with the economy the way it is. But if you want to come through, if you were coming through Sunday afternoon, traveling through the area, if you'll call me, make prior arrangements, I'll do my best to meet you. Same on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If I'm in town, I can usually meet you if you give me prior notice.
Gotcha.
If I'm out of town buying lumber or selling lumber, and I take 3-day trips up through Pennsylvania and New York and such, hand picking my lumber. That's one of my secrets. I don't buy any from wholesalers, you know, that deliver it to you in small
Well, it
quantities.
definitely shows. It's definitely the quality of what's here too.